Hi there, we're Matt and Stacy. We recently bought an off-grid property in beautiful West Virginia. We've been busy making this property our own little slice of paradise, adding in a few modern conveniences, having fun learning all of the construction trades, and converting a pole barn into our future home. This channel is about my passion for painting with a torch and wax, and about our passion for adventure and taking risks. Consider subscribing and join this creative community. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the video. Hi there, in case you are new around here, we are traveling in our 19-foot camper out west, and we've made it as far west as Tucson, and we are now headed back to West Virginia. And in this video, you will get to see the state of Kentucky and what we get up to here in Kentucky. Here we go, down into Mammoth Cave. Welcome to Kentucky. Another little bat. Hopefully you can kind of see it.
I'm Batman.
They mined saltpetre out of this. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's one of the earliest mines in the cave, or earliest maps, I should say, from the cave.
Oh, look. They had a knitting club way back in the prehistoric days. They made socks.
After exploring in the cave, we decided to get out and hike some because the weather was absolutely beautiful here. And there's quite a few hiking trails in and around Mammoth Cave.
Muddy waters.
See that down there? It's a river. I don't know if you can tell very well. It's very muddy though.
Probably carved out the cave.
Might have.
It's responsible. What you got behind you?
Massive.
Now walk toward it. That's one big tree.
Good morning all, coming at you from Lincoln's birthplace in Kentucky. I don't know what the town is exactly, but we could not get tickets into Mammoth Cave today because we didn't completely plan ahead. So instead we're touring around the area and checking out some of the other historical places. So today we're taking you along to Lincoln's birthplace, and tomorrow we'll pick you back up at Mammoth's Caves, hopefully. So, yeah, let's go see all about the Lincoln Historic Heritage Park, I think. Right, Matt? Is that where we're at? We think. Anyways, let's go see what the place is all about.
Welcome.
Inside this memorial is considered to be Abraham, or was rather once considered to be, the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln. However, it was later discovered this cabin was actually not where he was born, but the national park has considered it a symbolic meaning and has left the cabin here. I'm assuming probably because it was quite difficult to get the cabin back out. At any rate, Kentucky is also known for its bourbon. So we decided to go tour a couple distilleries, and it was really cool not only to taste the bourbon, but also to walk through and see how this bourbon was made. Chef's Matt is cooking breakfast this morning. Pancakes.
Syrup, really?
That's right. Something to put the syrup on, I guess. After breakfast, it was time to head back into Mammoth Cave for a cave exploration tour. Evening all. It is late. We are no longer at Mammoth Cave, but we're going to talk about Mammoth Cave. So, you have thoughts on Mammoth Cave?
Always have thoughts. And what do you know? It was awesome.
We're going to try to keep
Broken
this
record.
as short as possible because
Good luck.
it's late in the evening. But
True. Yes, the cave was pretty awesome. I think it's on our list to go back to, actually, for a national park because we kind of forgot to order some of our tickets, so we could only do the self-guided tour, which fortunately they opened up because they did have so many people, but we couldn't do at least one other tour that we wanted to, but we did get into
Drips and Domes?
Drips and Domes?
I think.
Domes and Dripstones, something like that.
Something like that.
But basically, yeah, I mean, honestly, just such a cool tour. It was kind of funny because the national park, we kept wondering, well, why doesn't there's no entry fee to get into the park, but then you have to pay for each of the different tours.
Which can add up, to be completely clear. It can add up.
Yeah, they're anywhere
pretty quickly.
from, for an adult, they're anywhere from, I think, $20 to $30 per tour. And those are about 2 hours long. So.
And your park pass, like if you get the yearly long national park pass, it doesn't get you anything. It doesn't get you any discounts or anything like that. However, the more expensive tours are definitely worth it.
Yeah, once we had the first tour, before we left earlier.
Yeah.
Once we had that tour, it all made sense. We're like, oh, this is why they charge separately for these things. Because just to describe the tour, like the one we did was just kind of crazy. And they give you lots of warnings ahead of time. And you're not backing out once you get into it. But it was pretty cool. Like we dropped, like you walk through this little concrete door that they seal off, of course, each night. And you drop like 250 feet down these staircases that are...
And they're skinny
almost
and
like
steep.
Our stairs at home. But yeah, you descend 250 feet down into this cave immediately. And it's tight. I mean, you're ducking, you're scraping, you're walking downstairs. And there are creepy crawlers. What they call them, cave crickets, and like you'd see the tentacles, like you couldn't see the cricket, but like you'd see this big tentacle coming out of the wall, or two of them. Like it was like, what's behind that tentacle?
A little creepy.
Yeah,
but cool,
but awesome. Yeah, definitely cool. So I don't know. I like that part of the tour the best, actually. Like the whole point of the dripstones and the domes is to get into more of the stalactites, stalagmites, which the cave isn't necessarily known for, but this section of the cave is still wet. A lot of the other cave is like a dry cave. So this part is still wet. It's dripping. Matter of fact, there's a large water, kind of not fall, but water faucet-like thing coming directly out of the ceiling, which I thought, at some point that can't be good. But in either case, like that part of the tour and that section of the cave was amazing with all the different features, I guess, as far as the way that the minerals and stuff had deposited over the years. And but again, national park, it's that way for a reason. Mammoth Cave is like over 430 miles of caves so far that they've documented. Right. They don't even know that they've got them all.
And it's prior to the Niagara Falls up in Canada.
it's the oldest park,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's the second.
Do I have that right?
Second most visited, I think.
Second, yeah. I mean, and it's there's a ton of history there. So, it's if you do nothing else but like wander around, just try to read all of the history involved. And I'm not going to remember it all now because it's late in the evening. But it's a really cool. Don't think cave. I mean, think cave because it's cool too. Like you're still walking into a cave, but think more history and less of the stalactites and stalagmite type of structures and more history involved, right?
Yeah,
Does that
definitely.
make sense?
The park
Okay.
is free because all the public land and everything that was donated, they've kept it free because it was one of the stipulations, I think, for I don't know the groups and whoever put it together, but however they created all the land when they found the caves were under all of this land. There are a ton of just old cemeteries and things like that.
Family cemeteries.
And what they said on the tour was the reason the entry fee is free is because they never obviously wanted people not to be able to visit these cemeteries and family and all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Kind of a history basis behind why the park is free, but also why the tours then of course you have to pay for. But,
right.
Understandably so after seeing it. Like we did wonder, is like, why are all these tours so expensive? And that's the thing, like Stacy said earlier, it can add up. There's probably 15, maybe even 20 different tours, and it depends on the time of the year that you go that you can sign up for. And of course, if you pay, I don't know, maybe even $15 to $30 a piece. I think most of the guided tours are in the 20s. I think the 15 was only the self-guided, which... And honestly, the self-guided tour, you really don't see much.
So.
Like, it was just okay. I don't know. Yeah. We did it because that's the only thing we could do that day, the first day we arose. But anyway, yeah, as with all, it's still worth it. We're definitely going to go back because I'd actually like to sign up for a few more cave explorations. They don't offer them anymore, but they used to have like an all-day cave tour, which got you to most of the sections. It's like a 7 or 8 hour tour, and I said, that's the one I want to sign up for. And I kept wondering, it's like, how do they not make this possible? You can just see it all, you know? But
and there's also, apart from the national park, there are a ton of other cave exploration companies that are operated outside of the national park. So you don't get into Mammoth Cave, but you get into a lot of the other caves that kind of connect up or surround Mammoth Cave. So, it was a little bit crowded. I'm not gonna like, and granted, we were there a little bit around spring break time. So, but
I would go out on a limb and say it actually was not crowded,
right?
Because the campground, only like a third of it was open.
Right.
The parking lot wasn't full, and it's a national park, so I'm sure during the summer that is crazy. But
yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, I guess like if you go in the summer, plan a couple months in advance if you can, if you want to get the tickets.
Don't go without tickets.
Right. And if you happen to go without tickets because you just go on a whim, then maybe try some of the other cave exploration areas. We didn't do any of those because we only had basically one full day there, and we extended it, which is why we're talking to you at like 10 o'clock at night.
Fortunately, this could have been like 1 o'clock at night.
This is true.
we bought our tickets on the first day we arrived, and our original tour was a 2:30 in the afternoon tour, and then we had a 5 or 6 or even 7 hour drive here.
Yeah,
it was a
crazy.
long drive. Knowing we were going to get in super late, but we didn't want to miss out. And then we checked in the next morning, and we saw some tickets move, so we were able to move our tour up to the 11:30 slot or something like that.
Yeah.
So. Or maybe 11, I don't know. It was earlier, so we saved about 3 hours. So fortunately, we're here 3 hours early as well, so that's good.
It's still late. So anyways, definitely check out
Excuse me.
Mammoth Cave. Definitely book your tickets in advance. And if you can't book your tickets in advance because you go on a whim, constantly check back because who knows, maybe something will open up. But the campground is also very nice. I don't think I don't think I took any video of the campground because it was, like I said, it was just kind of a whirlwind kind of adventure. But yeah, well worth it. Any other thoughts?
One more thing.
Go ahead.
Shout out to our new friends from Vermont.
Oh, yeah.
We met up with two people that were traveling in opposite directions. Matter of fact, they were heading to Hot Springs as we were just coming from there. And they had Vermont plates, and Stacy spent some time in her youth growing up in Vermont. So, of course, we started up a conversation. We parked our camper next to theirs in the parking lot. And then we ended up on the tour together and hung out and chatted and stuff like that. So, really cool to meet you guys. You know who you are.
If you're watching, it was so great.
Yeah.
Another, like, wonderful benefit of traveling. So, yeah. I'm sure our paths will cross in the future.
Hopefully.
Definitely. Yeah. So anyways, I don't know when I'm going to end this video. I haven't even started editing this video. So I don't know. We'll catch you tomorrow morning. Maybe not.
Where are we? No.
Exactly.
We're finding travel vlogging is a little more difficult than living your normal life routine vlogs.
Right. Still well worth it, though. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, that's what I said. Keep thumbs up. We want to do this full time.
Right. Yeah, we're loving it. Anyways, we'll see you guys very soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks again for watching. We're going to end this one here. Hit that thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget, consider subscribing. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.